Oh, all right. So we are live. Good. The question is, is my mic good with you guys? If you can let me know. Or if
Like
someone
in
in
the
chat's
stream
there.
or
Yeah, in the
or
stream. Because I'm using a different
all right.
broadcaster.
I got a 10-second ad, so
Womp womp. You're supposed to
yeah, I know
subscribe.
about that. Funny. Anyways, yeah, it sounds good.
Cool. I'm glad I didn't have to adjust any of that. Awesome. All right. Okay. Who wants to do the recap?
Not it.
What grade is it?
Not it.
The dwarf and the half orc were doing all the work last time.
Yeah, last time Drakthal and Tuban, we were sneaking about. Released a metal-eating creature that destroyed a golem, and the other undead person just teleported away, and we got a giant book that we couldn't do anything with. And then I snuck into the room to the left, freed a monstrosity. It started eating everything, and a pig tried to lure it towards us, so I threw that pig back into the room where it belonged to close the door. And the abomination had bacon. And
Okay.
I then
This
lured it
thing.
to the room.
Okay.
I then lured it to the door up top. And now it's trying to break down the door to kill all the skeletons in that room.
It's trying to break down the door. We'll see what happens with it. He heard some kind of knocking, right? Because you did that while you were invisible. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, but you found some undead, kind of like lich-looking guy, um, in this room with all these different creatures, right? Mostly, kind of like insect-related monstrosities in there, and you guys ended up ruining his day by having his metal golem get eaten by a rust monster and destroying it, which is probably a good thing because those golems are nasty. And so he was upset with that. He turned on the thing. He didn't know how it happened because you were invisible, right? And then he teleported out. You don't know where he went, right? He left that big book. You guys checked out the big book. The big book was it basically had information on something called the Dragon Right, which is a means of controlling the dragons um, under a spell, like all dragons, and it requires an ancient dragon to pull it off. So you learned about that. And utilizing something called the Dragon Sight. So that's what you saw in the book. You guys burned the book, though, right? Then you moved on to the next area where, yep, you saw a little piggy, and the piggy had some kind of like pendant around the neck. I mentioned that last time. I don't know if you guys were paying attention because you locked him out and threw him back in there. So the piggy got eaten, right, by this monstrosity thing. So, and then it went on a rampage in the room and killed off those little skeletal things. So obviously this monstrosity is a pretty nasty little beast. Drakthal lured him into the corner up here. And so it was banging on that door because it heard something. And then Drakthal opened the door here, and you see literally a giant wave of skeletons in there, right? And these skeletons, you notice that they're not kind of like, if you've summoned undead, they'll stand there, right? And they'll kind of like wobble back and forth or whatever, waiting for your command. These skeletons, they're actually like moving on their own. It's almost like they have a consciousness, okay? So you see that when you open this door, and you see two red wizards up here, which the red wizard, he's talking to these skeletal, like this wave of skeletons, all right, right now. So that's kind of where you left off. So let's see. So what are you guys gonna do? I guess we'll start with Drakthal, because Drakthal is seeing this. What are you gonna do now after you've opened the door and you've seen this? And by the way, at the bottom here, it's kind of like a farm pin. That's what these little things are, and they have different kind of animals in there, mostly like pigs and things like that, goats, this kind of thing, things that like weirdos like to sacrifice, animal-wise, in these little crates.
Hey, I'm not weird for sacrificing that pig, all right?
Okay.
The problem was apparently that one wasn't a pig. I think that's the gist. Is that was
No.
that was a
I
person.
really hope that the crates were designed by Temple Grandin. That'd be cool. Just saying.
Okay.
Well, since I'm still invisible, I'm gonna fly in there and I'm gonna see if the monstrosity is almost done breaking down that door.
Okay. All right. So you're going in. You can roll perception then.
Uh-oh. I got a 2, so I don't perceive anything.
Okay. Yeah. Well, you don't hear anything on the door. So, you know that. But as you're in there, the red wizard, he's talking to these skeletons, and he's yelling in the room. So it's pretty easy to hear because he's talking to all of these guys, right? And he's like, "We have it. We have the dragon right. Now, all of you, once active, you will be able to leave the Dead Vault. And we will make our assault." And that's what he's saying to these skeletons. Alright, so what are you going to do? You going to hang around longer? To hear
Oh
him
yeah,
out?
sure. I'm invisible and flying.
Okay. Yep. So, yeah, and some of these, you hear them talking to each other, murmuring to each other, all the skeletons, like, "Yeah, we're gonna win, ah!" Right? And they'll never know what hit them. We're gonna walk up and they're gonna think we're all undead. Right? So, basically, they're mounting an assault. More than likely on Neverwinter is what they're aiming for, right? I don't know why they're obsessed with it. Who knows? But, the idea is to make an assault there, and then possibly, they'll think they're normal undead, right? And then, lo and behold, they're not, which would definitely catch them by surprise, is what you're thinking. And it's strange because how is it even possible that these skeletons have a consciousness? It's almost as if this entire place has only liches. And liches are basically those that have a consciousness that are undead, right? Usually very powerful mages. Right? So that's what you see. Alright. What about the others? Let's go over here. Two-Man, what are you
It
doing?
must have made the Lich College pretty easy to get into then.
Now that we hear that the monster ran off out of the room, Two-Man would probably start creeping into the room.
Okay. So you're gonna go ahead and move forward, right?
Yeah.
All right. So I want you to go ahead and roll perception, or you know what? First, roll stealth. I want you to roll stealth because you're going in here with this monster around, right?
7.
7. Okay. So you're not very stealthy. So this thing, it hears something, and you can hear it like it's making this kind of like groggling noise. And it's going to turn around, and you can see its little tendrils flapping in the air, but it hasn't walked all the way up yet as you're peeking because it heard probably you.
Oh shit.
So what are you going to do?
Run
Which way?
back into the hallway.
Okay.
Hope
To the
that
others.
He doesn't notice. Yeah, towards the others.
Right.
I think he heard me. I'm sorry.
Roll stealth one more time. All right.
13.
13's good enough. All right. So you move back, and this thing comes up into the room. All right. So now he's in the room now. But he didn't know where you were. But he heard something.
He tries to whisper to the other 3, like, back up. I think I caught its attention a little bit. We gotta back up.
Now, this thing's not stupid, right? So, all right. Magrea, what are you going to do?
Probably gonna let that thing cool off for a little bit and just chill where I'm at.
Okay. What about you, Destina? You're just going to stand there?
No, I was thinking about whether or not it would be worth it to do Hearth, Moonlight, and Shadow at this point.
Okay.
Plus 5 to Dexterity and Wisdom checks.
And that's for everybody?
I'll do. Yeah, it's for everybody. So, you all see a shadowy, like, transparent tent come over all of us. And we all have a plus 5 bonus to stealth checks.
Okay. All right. Since that happened, you 3 can roll stealth because Drakthal's not in there again. See how quiet and stealthy you are then in that spot. Now roll for your NPC, buddy. 15. Okay. Stina Magrea, what are you rolling?
What are we adding? What are we adding to stealth?
Your dexterity, more than likely, unless you have
No,
some.
she said that. She said that the thing that she did adds
Plus
to our
5.
stealth roll. Plus 5.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, 17.
Okay. All right. So this thing comes down here, and it doesn't see you, but it also notices the other doors open. So it's gonna probably go that way then. So now you see its back.
Oh, that's good. You guys actually did something great. It'll be perfect.
Okay. All right. So, anyways, let's go back over here. All right. So, that red wizard, he's holding up his hands, and he's like, "Now, all of you follow. We prepare." Okay. So, they are gonna start moving this way. Hold on. wrong buttons here. All right. So they start to move toward this door. That's their movement. Okay. And even the skeletons, like, they're all going in that direction. All of them, by the way. Okay. Okay. All right, Drekthal, what are you doing? You don't know this thing's coming behind you, by the way.
Yeah. Huh. This is a hard choice. I would want to keep them in the room somehow, but I can't just use anything because it would drop my invisibility. Am I able to drop an item onto the ground that would get their attention?
Just drop something?
Yeah, like a rock or something.
Do you have a mango?
I mean, I have a mango, but that's not very loud.
Yeah, you can just drop something if you want. I don't really consider that attacking.
You can
All
throw
right.
a mango.
I'm just gonna drop a rock on the floor very loudly.
You have a rock.
Okay.
Yeah, it's my safety rock.
All right. So you do that, and obviously they turn to look, right? Now you got to understand there's animals and animal feed all in this stuff, right? So a lot of these animals, they kind of make a little bit of noise too, but they do hear it because you're pretty high up, right?
Yeah.
And they're looking in that direction, but they're not really moving that way, right?
Do they notice I left the bottom door open though?
That's a good question. Let's roll perception on it. How about that?
Yep.
All right. So they do notice, but they're still not moving that direction. You're thinking why, and it might be because they're familiar that there might have been those other skeletal guys in there that might be part of them. So maybe they're not too concerned about it.
Jesus, Steve, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
All right. Okay. All right. The others.
What
What
about
are you
the
gonna do?
monster? Did it hear the sound? Wait, did the monster hear the
Yeah,
sound?
yeah, yeah. He
'Cause
heard
if
it.
did, I think it. Oh, then he's probably gonna start running in there then.
Yep. We'll see. All right. So, Chuban, what are you gonna do? You heard a little ding from pretty far away. This thing turned around, and it's got its back to you.
Probably have to wait. The door's still open. We're inside the little tent.
Yeah, it kind of looks like darkness over there, and you're wondering, like, would this thing even be suspicious of that? But it might just think that the room's dark. You're not sure, because obviously you guys rolled high on stealth, so it doesn't notice you, right? So you're just waiting, and what about McGray and Destina? Are you gonna wait as well?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So guess what? This thing, it starts to move down here, right? And it enters the room. And obviously these mages, they see it. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens here.
Jesus Christ, what the
You guys just love starting fights while invisible, huh?
Hey, it is not my fault. I like watching everyone get killed, okay?
Okay.
Now we have this
Maniacal.
understanding.
All right. So this monstrosity is already a little hurt from the previous fight. So let's see.
I mean, he ate plenty of skeletons. He should have healed up by now. In the middle of their fight, I just accidentally throw a potion of healing as it's fighting them.
Okay.
How much damage would that do?
It wouldn't. It would give it like 12 HP.
All right. So this guy notices, and he's turning. Okay. And
Bone meal health regen. Damn right, Steve.
depends on if you guys want to do anything. If you feel like you've got to do something, roll initiative. If not, I'm rolling initiative for the monsters right now.
No, go ahead. Roll initiative for the monsters.
Okay.
I feel like I wanted to get some last hits.
Place your bets here. We got ugly ass skeletons versus monster named Hungry.
Okay. All right. So this red wizard, he's going first, the one that has the rod, right? And he casts a spell, and he shoots this giant lightning bolt across the room. And you have to roll dexterity, Drakthal, because you're in the blast.
Oh,
So roll initiative anyways.
okay. My initiative. I got a nat 20 on my initiative. That means that my dodge is gonna suck probably.
And that's
So that's 23 at 20. Yeah. Dex saving throw, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Yep, it was a 9.
Okay.
I know it.
Okay. So let's see here. Now, you probably are thinking that they're not casting like fireballs or anything because they have things in the room. But they're shooting these straight, kind of like projectile spells, right? First. That's what you're noticing. Alright. So it does 36 damage, by the way. And this thing gets hit and it's getting blasted by the lightning. And it is its turn, so let's take a look here.
Damn. I thought being like 60 feet off the ground, I thought I'd be out of range, but I guess not.
Okay. So, this thing is actually... you can see it's really badly hurt.
Uh-oh.
And it's not stupid
Hungry.
either. It runs back into the room. Okay, so that's what it's doing. Oh, it was right here. Okay, so now it's right here. Okay. So, yeah, this red wizard sees that. Okay, and you can hear the red wizard, he's saying to the other red wizard, okay, go check that. Go check on them. And he's going to continue upward. So that's what's going on here. So he's going this way. All right. And so are the rest of these guys. Okay, so they go up there. And then this one red wizard's going to go check down here.
Oh, that poor miserable bastard.
Okay. So that's what's going on. And they're pretty confident that this guy's pretty confident he could kill that thing if need be. You can see the confidence in the red wizard walking by, but does not see you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, maybe he does see you. Roll concentration. I forgot about that.
What do I roll for concentration?
Constitution.
Constitution.
Oh,
With your roll.
concentration.
Yep.
Um,
Your number has to beat half the damage. The difficulty is half the damage that you took in that attack.
So
does that count for like actual current HP damage, or does it also count the temp HP damage?
it's however much damage it did. So
So that would be 36. So that'd be impossible to beat, though.
no, you need to beat a 18, basically.
Oh, you'd have to beat 18. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Rolled that 20.
Okay, you're still invisible.
So I had a shit deck save, and then okay, which means the next roll is probably gonna be a nat 1.
I'm just reading the chat. Spit out pig babies, maybe. All right, so yeah, you're still invisible, by the way.
Yep.
You guys, you can kind of see this thing from where you're at, and you notice it's pretty. It's got these burnt marks all over it, and you can see maybe a little electrical peel from it. So, you guys still gonna stay stealthy?
What would be a good reason not to remain stealthy?
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Yeah.
All right.
We're not so heroic at the moment, but yeah.
Don't worry, we're about to be.
Drekthal, your turn. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna follow the monster into the room
Okay.
and wait for my opportunity to get some revenge.
All right, so you're about right here. That's 3, unless you want to dash.
Would dashing break anything?
No. You just
Alright,
be
then I
flying
dash.
faster. Where,
Yeah.
where are you going?
I'm gonna go to be like around the bottom of the room, in the air.
Okay. Like over here is fine? Very far at the bottom?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your full movement then. Okay. And this guy, he opens the door, by the way. He comes in easy. You don't know how he opened the door. Okay. And what's he gonna do? Okay.
Waiting and watching.
Alright, so he manages to hit. And fire comes out. And he shoots at this thing. Okay. And this thing catches fire and falls to the ground. Right. And so it's dead. And you can see him in there, Drakthal. He's like, and he's talking out loud. Absolutely incompetent people. Stupid. Stupid. And, you see him turning now.
Eldritch Blast.
As if he's about to go back. You gonna attack him?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Go right ahead. Roll away.
Let's see. 11. Oh, there we go. 27. And dirty 20.
11, 27. Okay.
And a dirty 20.
So 2 of those hit.
Yep. And he gets blasted into the corner.
All right.
Yep. 23 force.
Yep. That's quite a bit of damage. And, okay. Now, you guys in the room see this. You see a blast across the room, and you don't know very many people that can cast an Eldritch Blast. So you think Drakthal's attacking something. What are you going to do?
Yeah. Jump into action.
Okay, roll initiative then.
Okie dokie.
20 total.
20? Okay.
13. So reluctantly.
Okay. What about Destina there?
Dirty 20.
You all are going before him. All right. So, I'm guessing Tuban gets to go next, right?
Sure.
All right. What are you doing? You running into the room?
Can I make it into... Oh, no, like 25? 1, 2, 3. Make it to the door.
Yeah. You can see him from there. But the question is, can you reach him? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 40 feet away.
Then he will cast Ray of Frost on him.
Okay. What is that, 60 feet?
Yeah, but
Alright.
it's a 9 to hit. So
Okay.
he misses.
Is it just a single shot? I believe it
Yeah.
is, right? Yeah, it's not like Eldritch Blast. Okay. Alright, Destina, what are you doing? Because you rolled higher next.
Yay. Okay, so let's start with my bonus action. Let's do Hidden Pass. So I'm closer up front where I can see everything. I guess I didn't need to do Hidden Pass actually. But,
Mhm.
Oh, well, now you can still run backwards after you do your spell, too.
So that would
I
have
don't-
been 30 feet from where you're at. What does Hidden Pass do? You say?
It's yeah, basically teleportation about what is
Oh.
it? 30 feet.
Okay.
So
So you can get right there, and then you still have your movement, so what do you want to do?
so I see Draxol. Is that in the top corner, or is that the red wizard?
So in the top left corner is the Red Wizard. Drakthal is to the bottom, and you see him because he made an attack.
Ice Knife time.
Okay. So you're shooting at that Red Wizard. Alright.
Yeah.
Shoot away. And was it Dexterity again, I believe?
I am looking it up right now. Yes, Dex save.
Okay. Failed. Okay. So he failed. So he's going to be taking the cold damage. Are you going to hit with the piercing? Go ahead and roll.
Yeah. Oh wait, that's wrong then. All right, 22.
Okay.
And then
All right. So you're going to hit with both, by the way. So you can roll the d10. What was the
6.
spell level? Did you just roll level 2?
yeah,
Okay. So 6, and then 2d6 as well.
so the other one would be so 6 and 8 for the 10, and then 2, 6. No, it would be. Oh, full damage. No damage increases. So
Did you say 6 and 10?
no, hold on. Oh, okay. So it's not for the D10, it's only for the 2d6s.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you roll 1d10 and 2d6.
Okay, so for the D10, it's 6, and then. Right. 6. One.
So 13. Okay. So you do 13 damage.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Are you going to move anywhere now?
No, I'm gonna stay where I'm at and just see what happens.
Okay.
You can back up because he's gonna shoot at us. Standing next to each other in the doorways, not that safe.
Do you want to do that?
No, I don't.
Okay.
I just want to stand there.
He's bleeding really bad, by the way. After all those attacks. Magrea, what are you going to do? That's your turn.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna want to run up to the doorway and then run back when I'm done. If that's okay.
Okay. So if you
Like, just not very far. Like, just kind of.
the only way to actually see
Step back.
them is to get in between
Yeah.
Destina and Tuban, and that's already your full movement.
Okay.
Unless you dash or
Dang it.
you use a bonus spell to teleport. Right.
Okay.
But you can see him and
So,
hit him.
well, whatever. We'll just do that, and then I guess on my next turn try to just move back, like not even a whole square.
All right.
So I want to try to go with Firebolt.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Roll away.
14.
Okay, you do hit.
Okay, cool. And then I get to do 3d10 of fire damage, which gives me about 20.
20? You did 20 damage?
Yeah, it was 3d10s.
Okay. He catches fire and he falls to the ground. Like literally. So he takes quite a bit of damage there. Alright, so he is dead.
Does he burn? Does he burn up and like disintegrate? That's important.
Yes, he does. The way you want
Okay.
it. If you finish somebody, you get to finish him off. So he's disintegrating to the ground from all the fire. And you could tell that he was
Sorry,
a
we
bit
can't win.
surprised. You notice that he didn't have his mage armor up. He was not expecting someone to be in the room, right? Okay, so you managed to finish him off. So you see Drakthal there. Drakthal, he took a hit. He took a pretty hard hit there. And you're wondering, like, how, probably how he took that kind of damage, but he's not feeling too good. So what are you guys going to do now?
Try to figure out from Drakthal what he saw while he was scouting.
Okay.
Drakthal, we can't hear you if you're talking.
No, it's fine. I was coughing, so sorry. So there was a big red mage guy with a bunch of undead skeletons that weren't being undead skeletons, and then they all went north. I was kind of hoping that the big monstrosity, I point to the burnt one on the ground, would actually do something, but he ended up being completely useless.
Toasty octopus jerky. Yay. Maybe we should make something out of this food. Yeah?
Yep. We should also check to see if it has anything valuable inside of it. Too bad, get the knife.
Roll perception.
I got a 10.
Wait, was that for everyone?
Yep.
Okay.
I got a 10. I can perceive some things.
Uh, 21 on perception.
Okay. So Tuban.
11.
Yep. Tuban, you see that in the room, it's just nothing but like almost like a little slaughterhouse in here. They got like one of the guys has a whip. There's like a dagger that you see, a short sword. Nothing special though. Now, you said you wanted to open up this monstrosity to see if there's something in it.
I mean, you said that the pig had a pendant. I thought maybe it'd be inside the stomach.
Okay. Yeah.
If we cook it and eat it, will that restore some HP?
Are you going into short or long rest?
Because I don't think eating the meat will just heal us.
Come on.
I know in every other game that works, but I don't think D&D allows us.
You guys picked up some potions and might have some healing available.
Yeah, but then we have to
Healing pot
use
soup.
the
Okay. All right. So who's gonna open this thing up? Sounds like Drakthal wants to. What's your main weapon, by the way, Drakthal, that you hold in your hand?
Usually he doesn't hold anything, but he has 2 scimitars that he usually keeps.
What is it called again?
Scimitars.
Scimitars. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're gonna use those to open it up?
Sure, why not?
Okay. All right.
Show off his level 3 warrior skills that he never uses.
Remember, you've got this weird skull-looking staff too. I don't know if you remember that.
I'm not gonna use that staff. Staff can stay in the pocket.
Okay. I'm just letting you know because you do have it.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
the one that possessed the other dude, right?
Yeah. It did
Right.
for a short time.
Mm.
All right. So you are opening this thing, and when you open it, you don't see anything except, yes, there is that pendant in there. And unfortunately, the poor piggy didn't make it, right? It became chowder.
Bacon.
Bacon. That's a good way to put it. Bacon.
Bacon.
Just not cooked bacon, but it became bacon.
Sorry, Captain Bacon. I need to take this pendant.
And if you want, you can roll religion on the pendant, because the pendant has a symbol on it. You've actually seen this symbol before. You might not have to roll. It's a Harper symbol.
13. It's a hard person.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same
Hey,
as that you
elf
saw.
guy.
Yeah, same as you saw at the Heart of Optuo, basically. And Tuban's suspicion might be right. Maybe that pig was not a pig.
Oh no.
Okay.
Sucks to be them.
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Don't you hate it when that happens?
All right.
He'll be fine.
But it is
It's a
worth
flat
25 gold pieces if you might sell it. So if you want to hold on to it,
nice.
as it is made of gold.
I'll let Tuban decide. Tuban, do you think we should show this to the elf dude, or should I pocket it and sell it later?
What was the god? What is it a pendant of?
Like the Harper symbol or some crap. I'm just imagining this even worse. Like he's just openly yelling this with the elf guy right there.
Yeah, you might freak out. He's already kind of fragile.
Are you gonna
We
let
might
him
have to
know or
keep
no?
it to ourselves. Might be better to keep it to ourselves for a moment.
Okay.
All right, pocket it is.
Okay.
Boop.
Yeah, he doesn't notice. You don't have to roll no sleight of hand or anything. What are you doing now?
Okay, let's see. Harper pendant worth 25 gold. Now in my back. Oh yeah. All right. All right. So you guys want to go look around?
I'm guessing so, right?
I don't think we have a choice. We gotta move forward.
Mm-hmm.
Which way are you going? That top door is now open as well.
Yep.
Because he walked through it.
Cool.
Yep. So, oh yeah, we should check the mage's body. You never know. He might
Oh,
have.
he's
Yeah.
a pile of ash. But yeah, there might be something hidden in that ash that didn't burn, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the ash pile.
Yeah.
I do it in every game. There's always an ash pile. I still check it for gold.
That's
Yep.
a good idea. There's probably gold in there or something. Maybe a key.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, so there's 11 gold on this guy.
Nice.
He had a knife, just like a normal knife. And there's a healing potion.
All right.
Nice.
Ooh.
Just a normal one.
That's better than nothing.
Okay.
I'll toss Destina 6 gold pieces.
Just randomly, out of nowhere.
I mean, we just got 11. I'm just gonna give her 6. I'm gonna take 5.
Okay. Not gonna give the other two
Thank
anything.
you.
I mean, we did all the work, literally.
He's trying to win the brownie points for you.
True.
All right.
I mean, I was literally the one who did all this mostly.
Who's leading? Who's gonna move forward?
Well, we're not invisible. I'll take
Nope.
the point.
There's no invisibility.
Strachthal's the leader.
Okay. All right. Yeah, and Tuban, you notice the same thing in here. Now, there's nothing in here, and I don't know if you told them, Drakthal, what you heard, but they don't know what you saw, right? Okay, and Tuban is now seeing these pens with all these, like, basically like farm animals in them, right?
Oh wait, so I didn't tell them about the red mage and the other undead going north?
Mm-mm. You
Oh, I was muted.
Are
you gonna tell them that?
are we allowed to
Alright,
walk
that-
over toward there too?
Yeah, I was gonna say that there was a big red mage, a bunch of undead skeletons that don't seem like normal undead skeletons going north.
Okay. All right, and you're telling them this as you're going in.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Well, based off of that harbor pendant, do you think we should just let all these creatures out?
Kinda. Is there any way we can tell if these are regular animals?
Do any of the other ones? Do we notice any pendants?
Roll nature, I guess.
Roll nature.
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 see if they have
the only
pendants on them?
skill is negative.
You can roll perception if you're looking for items in there.
I'm looking for items.
Okay.
All right, I got 15 with perception.
If you're trying to distinguish if there's any that are abnormal, then roll nature.
I'm
Roll
looking for
7.
pendants, so I rolled a 23 because I got a bonus.
Because someone wants some items. You do not see anything in the room that would look like an item that you could use.
No pendants on the animals,
Unless you're just hungry.
like the pig.
Yeah, there's nothing in there. It's just that one pig.
Hmm.
Oops.
They
Well,
all
could
look
I-
like normal animals in there.
Okay. Are the pens locked or
Yeah, they're locked,
just
but you
closed?
could probably open them. They'll just go all over the place. I don't know
What
what
if we
they'll do.
close the doors? If we close the doors and then we open a door that we want them to go into, they might go into the door if we heard them.
Okay, kind of like where you're at. Try to open that door and they'll go through the door you just came in through. Could do that.
Well, we want to close it behind us so they don't go out of it, right?
Okay. Yeah, you can
Sure.
probably
We'll
do
just
that.
hold them there.
That's
We
how.
have the ability to let them out.
And you noticed that too, because they were getting the animals and bringing them into this room through. You could see it through the door, right? So they come through that area in the door, but there's a little gate that you can lift up and down to let them through, basically. So you're literally right at where that gate is on one of them. There's two of them here. So there's one here, one right where you're up next to. Now, keep in mind, you let the animals out, they're just gonna pretty much go into that room, right?
Not if you herd them into where you want them to go.
Okay. Where are you trying to send them?
Like, I'm not sure yet. We need to talk about it.
Because you're in this place and you don't even know how to get out.
Which way did the
But they could definitely provide a distraction if necessary.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What were you saying, T-Ban?
Two man's probably asking like Dracula, which way did those skeletons go?
You're muted if you're talking. Oops. I'll do that.
Wait, who?
You were muted.
Yeah, I was, but
Yeah.
I-
So
I was looking at something else,
asking
sorry.
if you knew where the skeletons went.
yeah, I said they went north, and I point at the door.
Well, follow them. Can't
Okay.
let them do what they're gonna do, I think.
you gonna follow them?
Yeah, two-man plans to.
Okay.
He kind of jogs up to the northern door, peeks around the corner. Or, yeah. Is the door open or closed?
It's closed. Do you want to open it?
Yes.
Okay. Someone's chasing an army. Let's see here. All right. So you open the door. Now that's actually not there, by the way.
What's actually not where?
That's not there. And you see a teleporter. So you think they might have gone either into the teleporter or past it. Okay.
Do we have any stones left? We have one left.
I think you've got two left. And Magrea, I want you to roll. How should this roll be? Roll for survival.
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 Fine. 11.
Okay. You tense up a little bit, and you're feeling some kind of disturbance to the west of here, the door to the left, and you feel like you're being drawn to want to go in there. It's just a feeling. You want to do that.
Sorry, which door?
It's a door to
Can
the
you
left.
put your cursor over it?
Yeah, it's
'Cause it looks like there are multiple doors. I
this one
can't
over
see
here.
which. Oh, the top one?
Yep. It's over in that
Huh.
direction. And you've never felt that kind of sensation before.
I guess, can she wander over towards the door and, like, try to listen with her giant elven ears?
Yeah, you could do that. So are you gonna do that?
Yeah, and maybe,
All right. So
yeah.
you move over
Should I roll
there.
should I roll perception or investigation?
Okay. Good question. Let me see here. Now, you guys find it a bit strange, right? It's
I didn't
weird.
say anything, I just walked.
Yeah, it's a bit weird to you guys because you've never she's just walking that way. You don't know why, right?
Yeah.
And you guys don't feel anything. You feel completely fine. Okay.
Kind of like turn and look at her and say, Magrea, what's going on?
Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and roll perception if you want.
Perception.
And what's everybody else doing?
Oops. Oh, dang it. Sorry. Let me close out of my thing accidentally. 13, so that's probably nothing.
Okay. So you roll 13, you're hearing some kind of chanting in there, but you still feel this like it's almost like a hunger feeling with something through there.
Destina's gonna walk up to her and put her hand on Medrea's shoulder. What's going on, Medrea?
Well, there's just something about this room. I can't figure it out.
Roll insight.
Do I hear the chanting?
Insight?
Okay.
Who's rolling insight? Me?
You, yeah.
Insight. 20.
20.
It's a dirty 20 though, so.
Okay.
I got
so,
a real 20.
So for you, what you're feeling, you feel like it's possible you felt it before, and it's in the presence of some kind of deity.
I also wanted to roll for perception. Is there anything that I can sense from Medrea and what's going on and behind that door?
Okay. Yeah, so you hear it too. You hear some kind of chanting going on behind the room. But you notice that obviously she's somewhat distracted by what's happening. It's odd. It's like she's being drawn in that direction.
How about let me pull out my crystal ball and start trying to detect thoughts on her.
On her? Okay.
Yeah,
If you want
to
to.
see if I can figure out what is putting her into the trance. And she knows what it is, so.
Not necessarily.
Are you going to try to let her?
I'm just like very, like, I don't really know what's going on because I rolled like shitty, so it just seems like maybe we should go in there, but I know that we have other things that we need to work on, but maybe we should go in there. So I mean, I guess you could use your crystal ball if you want, but I don't think it'll help.
Yeah, I don't know. I can just try it just to see if maybe there's something I can detect. It'll only take 1 minute. See if I can detect anything that's making her so drawn to this door.
Yeah, and
Well, good luck.
if you want, you can roll Arcana. What are Drakthal and Tuban doing?
We'll probably moving towards Magrea and Destina. 'Cause
Yeah, most
Okay.
likely just moving towards them.
Roll Arcana as well, then, all of you.
Right.
Did I
19.
already? I don't remember. Did I already do that?
17.
17. Okay.
I got 19. So boom.
Oh dang.
15.
Okay. All of you feel very powerful magic coming out of the doors, like seeping through the doors in this room.
Mm.
Magrea
And-
Destina, stand back.
Stand back.
So-
Going in.
So did you use
Fine.
the what do you call it? The little crystal ball thingy?
Does she get a bonus if I'm not resisting or anything?
If you're not
I'm just like, yeah,
resisting,
sure,
she
whatever.
can.
Use your thing.
So here's the thing: the way to talk, detect thoughts works in D&D compared to like Baldur's Gate 3 or whatever, right? Detect thoughts, you can already scrape the surface of what someone's thinking without them having the roll. So whatever they're thinking in the moment, right? You don't have to roll. But if you're trying to find something from them, like something in their past or something that they might be hiding, that's when you have to roll to dig deeper, right? So that's kind of how it works. So you can
I feel like this.
you can automatically know what she's thinking. Like this is weird. What is this sensation kind of thing, right?
Okay, so I hear that, and then I put my crystal ball away, and I take both of Medrea's shoulders and pull her back with me. Let's go back towards kind of the middle behind us.
Okay. Are you following, or are you gonna stand there?
I'm gonna keep checking like over my shoulder and like
Okay.
just
Okay.
keep like
So you
keep
want
looking at the door.
so
Obviously, still distracted, right? So
Tuban, are you gonna try to open the door?
Yes.
Okay. So you open the door. All right. And you obviously see a teleporter there, but it's odd because it's like this teleporter, magic seeping around it and through it from this direction. Like it's that strong, you know. And it's like dark magics. It's so strong you can kind of see the weave a little bit.
Right. I'm gonna deactivate the teleporter, so something important on the other side of this. I think. I don't
Okay.
know.
So that's what you're gonna do.
Does Magrea tell me to stop?
she seems like she doesn't really want you to do that, but I'm not gonna like try to actively stop you.
Tuban will listen. Yeah, if Magrea is not Magrea, if he like reaches into his pack to go grab one of the stones, and Magrea says like, "Don't do it," you know, he'll listen.
When the door is open, does does the pull become stronger?
It's as strong as what it is now. You wouldn't know until you like lower the teleporter, but it's pretty strong if it's going through it.
Oh, so it's hiding behind the teleporter. Like it's
Mhm.
like not through the teleporter.
Right.
Like it's just. Okay. Never mind, too bad. I'll disregard that last.
No, no problem.
Okay.
Two-Man's gonna deactivate the teleporter and hope for the best.
Okay. All right. So Tuban, you deactivate it, and
Pile of money.
All right. And obviously the magic's so strong in this room that it's like dim light. It's filling the entire room. So how do you all see? Obviously you all have dark vision, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. I have dark vision.
Okay.
Yep.
What's your dark visions? Is it 30 or 60?
One moment.
1 second.
Vision.
Let's see.
Where is that hiding?
120 feet from me.
Okay. So you can see pretty far.
D&D Beyond, it's under the senses box where passive perception and passive investigation is.
Mm-hmm. And when you take the teleporter down, go ahead.
Mine's only 60 feet.
Okay. So everybody's either 60 and then Drakthal is 120, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. So, McGrath, roll survival again. One more time.
Survival.
And this magic, it rushes at you guys for a moment when that happens.
15.
Okay. All of a sudden, something hits you when that magic rushes out.
It's me.
Yeah, and nobody else feels this. You guys feel the rush, but nothing happens, right? You don't feel anything, but she feels it. And a wave of memories start to hit you a little bit. Like you're recalling things. And you almost feel like someone's trying to call on you. And it's saying, "Don't be scared, my child." Okay?
Okay.
All right. And that's basically what it's saying. All right. So, Tuban, you said you could see up to about 60?
Yes.
Okay. So 1, 2. All right. All right. So you still don't really see too much in the room, but you can hear things and you see lights. You see like these red and purple lights in the room that are flashing in the center of the room.
It's a rave. I knew it.
Oh, it's a rave.
And your friend in the back. This is most foul. This energy that's coming through here. We need to find my friends. Okay.
Where was that voice coming from?
Say one more time.
Where was the voice coming from?
So you didn't hear it. Magrea heard that in like her head, like telepathically. The NPC guy is just now saying that, like it's like this is the most foul area, basically. And he wishes he had his friends here.
He's fine.
Okay. All right. So who's going in first? Two bands still going?
I'll go slowly, but I'll go in.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want Magraya to go in alone. So
All right.
you'll keep up with her.
Okay. All right. And what about you, Drakthal?
Tries to like whisper to stay behind the shield and holds his shield up.
Okay.
Do I hear anything else? Do I need to roll perception or?
Yeah, roll perception.
I would be like near behind them. So I can
13.
see farther.
Okay, 13.
14.
When you okay, so when you're looking around, you notice it. You see something in the center of the room, right? Obviously, because you guys walked in a little bit further. And you see these red wizards around what looks like this pool. And with this pool, okay, they're chanting something. They're in this chant and they're all like casting a spell together. You see kind of like ghostly things coming from it, and it's going up into the ceiling. And when it's going up into the ceiling, these ghostly like apparitions, you can kind of see almost like a tornado of these apparitions in the room at the top. And at the very top, and Magraya sees this. Too bad you actually can't see this from the top, but she can see this. She's seeing a bunch of shadows, basically, right above that. And then she also sees something else. So I'm gonna...
What else do I see? Are you sending me in the Discord?
Yep. And so you specifically, you see, like I said, you see this thing at the top. Two-Band cannot see through it, but you can see through it. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
And something is, and someone is watching and piercing through it. Okay? All right.
Okay.
Yeah. And so what happens is that all of a sudden you feel like you have a purpose. Like there's a reason why you're here now in this place.
Okay.
All right. So what about the others? What are you doing?
Don't like red wizards doing rituals. But...
Now, the red wizards, they notice you, but they keep chanting for some reason.
So, also, RuFF, this may be a DM thing that you have to DM to me, if you can answer it. Can I sense how what I see through the spirits and stuff flying up to the thing, the column of spirits, I guess, the spirit tornado.
So what
can I sense how it feels about the red wizards being there?
So what you know is whatever is happening in this room, it's being severed from going through that area. Okay? That is why these souls are stuck in this room. That's what you're seeing here. They are not able to go through this area that you're seeing.
Okay.
And you know that the souls of the dead usually travel through this area before moving on to the fugue plane.
Yeah. We gotta stop them wizards.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And Destina and Drakthal, what are you doing? You moving in?
Yeah, moving in and kind of peering over Madrea like a motherly hen.
All right.
at the red wizards, but
And
they're not doing anything.
yeah, and Drakthal, what are you doing? Are you going all the way in?
Yep, I'm going all the way in.
Okay. So, are you flying? How high up are you flying?
Yep. I'm gonna fly a little bit above them.
Okay. So you guys see this, and the Red Wizards are still just chanting. They're ignoring you. Okay. And then all of a sudden, you see at across the room, because it's lit. All right. You do see someone over here in this lighted area, and she notices you guys,
Oh crap!
right? But she's not like attacking or anything. And she's saying to you all,
Oh, I'm wearing my red robe. I forgot about that. I don't know if that helps
Okay.
anything.
Totally helps.
She's telling you all to come in. She says, "Come in. Adventurers. I recognize two of you." Okay.
Two Man maybe mumbles like, "Hey, spread out a little bit."
Is that what you're going to do?
But yeah, he's going to walk in slowly.
Okay. And which way are you going?
Straight fucking ahead.
Just straight? Okay. And
He's gonna no serpentine.
okay, so which way?
I'm running serpentine.
Yeah, okay. All right, Drakthal,
No,
what are you doing?
He's like
I'm gonna
sidestepping
follow
side
him.
to side a little bit. Opened it. I don't know.
What is it?
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay, so you're gonna follow him. All right.
Serpentine.
The closer you get to this thing, it's almost like you're getting a little hungrier, Magrea. This thing that is spouting out these souls, it's definitely making you very tense,
Okay.
and it's giving you a little bit of a headache. All right. And Destina, what are you doing? The others, you guys don't feel this, by the way. All right. Okay.
I'm gonna walk up to Medrea and grab her wrist and try to pull her back. Medrea, what are you doing? We shouldn't
I
be
didn't do
here.
anything.
Okay. All right. So
We,
We
have,
need to
we have to
get after
stop the wizards. How to stop them?
okay. So then, you can hear your this entity talking to you again.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yay.
And she says, all will be revealed. Okay. And she doesn't like talk to you in straight sentences. It's very like simple, simplistic, but you get shot with images, right, through your head.
Okay.
The others do not experience this, by the way. Okay. Yeah, you got a very interesting person with you. Okay.
He was Valindra all along. Ah.
Me? No.
Okay. I'm gonna have to like.
Well, I think that's Valindra over there in the lit up area if I have to use my context
Yeah,
clues.
that's my guess. That is my guess. Time for some amazing triple cross action.
I might have to do these one at a time for you, but you're gonna have to read these one at a time. I'll look at them.
Who?
You.
Oh, me?
And you're seeing kind of like a set of chronological events that are happening. Okay. And I'll just shoot them out. Memory overload is what you're getting. Okay. And if it helps, you can look at the descriptions because the file
Where
names
the-
tell something. Just the file
Oh.
names.
I don't know if my phone has an easy way to do that.
I'll do it slowly so your phone doesn't get overloaded. Um,
I mean, like, I know there's a way to do it, but I don't want to save one.
right. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not working. I can see the pictures, I just can't see the file names.
Yeah, that's fine. Like I said, it's chronological, by the way. Okay. And that's the last one, I promise. Okay.
There's like 500 million.
Okay. So, she just got memory overloaded within this room. So now this entity in front of you, she's calling to you. She says, "Ah, Tuban and Destina, I see you've brought some friends with you."
We met. Hello.
Okay. All right. How are you approaching? Are you ignoring the red wizards in the center?
No, he's gonna stand right next to one and be like, "Tell me what's going on, or I start punching."
Okay. All right. So you're gonna stand next to this one.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So then all of a sudden, she's like, I don't really think so. And out of nowhere, you see this, almost a shield pop up around them, like that. And the shield kind of forces you back.
No.
Okay. Good try.
Do I get like flung back on my butt?
Wondering.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get pushed back a little bit. Okay. So she casted a spell very quickly, and this spell is now around these red wizards that are like chanting this thing. Okay.
And Tuban, in frustration, like punch the shield once.
Yeah, you can try. Go ahead.
Yeah. He's gonna give it a smack with his fist.
Okay.
Can't stop me.
Okay.
Give it a punch.
It does nothing. It forces your hand back.
Well, at least I didn't take damage.
Okay. And
Go ahead.
yeah. And you can see a little bit more of the room now, and you do see a hoard of gold in a corner. I want you to roll perception on that too, all of you.
Perception on the hoard of gold
Yep.
in the corner.
I got a 4.
11. Not so good.
Jeez.
25.
A 25. Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know
14.
why. When I need it, I can't roll like that. But
Okay. You think that this is a dragon horde,
Oh, great.
and when you see that, because now you're close enough, you do see this creature over here that's standing next to the horde, and it's pretty big.
Oh, great. A black dragon.
Yep.
I've never seen that before.
Okay. And
Come
this
on, Dungeons and Dragons.
this
Dungeons and
this
Dragons.
particular dragon, though, you do okay. So you recognize it, right, as a black dragon.
do I recognize it from any of my visions?
Okay. Now you do recognize it, actually. It is the one. Okay. It is the one that you do see in there.
A little different. No. Oh, never mind.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna ask, how do you know us?
Okay.
Then
All right. And this is what you see. Obviously,
This is
there's
what he
these.
said.
Yeah, and I think I have another one here for you guys, if I can find it.
Can we do Homer disappearing into the bushes, please?
What's that?
Can we do Homer retreating into the hedges? Slowly disappearing.
yeah, pretty much.
And
Yeah.
this is what you see in the center of the room, obviously. So I'm dropping that off. And you can kind of see the, it goes up into the air, basically. All right.
Can Magrea go up to the force field and like put her hands and face up against it, like, you know, like a kid on the glass window,
If you
and
want
try to like look up?
Okay. Yeah, you still see this entity looking through this this area, this shadowy area, basically above you. But there's no action being taken, and you don't know why, but maybe there are restrictions.
Hmm.
Okay. and
She can't.
you hear this
She
dragon.
can't give.
Go ahead.
Sorry, she can't give me like a positive or negative feeling about like wanting to stop the wizards or.
Okay. Yeah, so the feeling is you want to stop them.
Okay, I'm just making sure because that's what I was guessing.
Mm-hmm. But you also almost feel it's weird because of who you are. You feel like you want to absorb as many like of the memories as you can within this room.
Mm,
Yeah, it's a bit strange.
that's a really cool dragon.
Yep. And
Okay,
so
I think oh goodness, what's her name was asking. Justina was asking something.
oh, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, I said it before. I don't know if Tuban was the only one paying attention, but yeah, I asked, how does she know us?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, so she heard you, right? And she's like, we traveled for a little bit. And if you want, you can roll. Go ahead and roll. What would it be? Insight? Yeah. Let me see. Oh, history. Roll history. That'd be a good one.
I'm better at that.
That'd be 20.
23 total.
Okay.
Actually,
Well, that part cut off a little bit.
Okay.
Serious.
I'm gonna have to upload some of this stuff to the peoples too.
Oh, thought it was Zendala for a sec.
Okay.
It's not.
It sounds like this person.
I had the same exact thought.
Yep.
That's not Zendala. Is it?
Nope.
Do you,
No.
Do you remember?
She wasn't a drow, was she?
She kind of looks like a drow.
Yeah.
Yeah, this picture looks like a drow.
Nah, I made it a little darker. Okay.
Traveled with us.
And the person you are looking at now, that's in front of you, let me find that. Okay. This is the person you're looking at. With the dragon. Okay.
Oh, was it one of the?
That's
the
cool.
One of the cultists that resurrected the Was this the person that took Zarek away before?
It is.
Okay.
Yep.
You know, I was actually thinking of asking that, but
Okay. So, how are you reacting to that when you hear it?
Probably,
He's
yeah.
like,
go ahead.
he's probably like, wait, I remember you. Oh crap! Is that another Dracula? Oh gosh. Where's Zarek? Something like that. Like multiple things popping in his head at the same time. A lot of questions, and then he finally settles on, oh crap, where's our companion?
And she laughs for a moment, and she's like, "Are you a Dracolich?" And let me see what the name is. And she's like, "Are you a Dracolich Alderer?" Okay. And he's like, "No, but I am getting hungry. May I eat them?" She's like, "Not yet." Okay. And you're asking where Zarek is? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Okay. He might be in the other room. Maybe enjoying some of the luxuries that we have here.
Of course he is. Wonderful.
That guy is so
And
pressed.
yeah. And she's like, "Well, what did you expect from someone like him? He is one of those Luxon rats, after all." All they do is have crime and stealing and all of that. That's all he's known his life.
True, probably.
Yep. And so, if you want, you can. I don't know. How are you reacting to this, Destina? And she's looking at you, by the way, and you notice that she's a moon elf when you see her. You know of moon elves and sun elves. You're very familiar with them. And she's like,
Perhaps.
we have the Slayer of Cryovane here.
What's it to you?
And do you know, if you want, you can roll insight on that.
Okay. That does not look like my greatest roll. Okay. 10.
Did you make a roll?
She got a 10.
Yeah, you didn't hear me.
Oh, I didn't hear you. No. So a 10?
Yeah.
Okay. So you don't really remember. So she's kind of like noticing kind of like that bluff that you just said. And she's like, "You don't remember that white dragon long ago? Ah, he took quite
Yep.
the bribe." Okay. So,
What kind of blood?
treasures, of course. What did you expect from dragons? Alderer here.
Oh.
He loves his treasure. And you can kind of see the dragon. He's like grinning happily. Right?
I thought you something a little less standard.
And she does look over and she's like, I'm surprised you all got through the gauntlet. I wonder how that happened. Why don't you tell me?
What does she mean by gauntlet?
The area before you were able to get the skeletal key here to walk through the Thayan halls.
To be quite honest, I actually don't remember.
Okay.
It's been so long. Like, it took forever. What happened?
It hasn't been that long. Edwin gave it to you, remember?
It's been so long.
I mean, it's been a few hours in game time, but like,
Yeah.
took us.
Okay.
That's like forever.
It was eons ago.
Mhm. All right. So what are you gonna do then? You have any questions for her?
Thinking.
And
Too bad. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll advantage
Oh.
perception
I think it's
here.
just a distraction. He tries to punch
Alright.
the shield again.
1 second, guys. I will
Okay.
be right back.
And the dragon's looking at you, Magrea, that black dragon,
Mm-hmm.
and it's sitting upwards, and it's sniffing the air, right? And it's like,
Okay.
I don't like that one.
Oh.
There's something wrong with that one right there.
Yeah, she eats mango skins straight up.
Hmm.
That's not very nice.
It doesn't like you for some reason.
Interesting.
Well, I thought it was the prettiest dragon, so
Okay. All right. So, no questions? So, you're not going to tell me who got you out of the gauntlet.
We did.
And how did you do that?
Cleared it room by room, crushing plenty of mages along the way.
So you're saying some incompetent person holding one of the keys to release you out died from your hands?
I don't know. They seem
Yes.
all seems pretty incompetent. Oh yeah.
Okay. You can roll deception.
My worst. $18 total.
It's pretty good. She believes your deception with that. And then she then says, well, it matters not. The soulmonger is mine now. And it's all thanks to that party. And she's referring to like the party that went in against a Serac. Only you would know this, Dustina, because you were outside during that time. So you think that obviously they acquired the soulmonger, and this is what that thing is in the center of the room that these mages are chanting on. Now, well, you guys wouldn't know that. I was going to say, well, maybe it's okay. But She then looks and she's like, "Do you even know why you are here?"
Well, trying to find our friend and get him back.
Hmm. See,
Well, obviously Magrea is supposed to be here.
you're here because I need powerful heroes. Powerful heroes that, well, let's just say I need you all kind of dead now. And, well, you see, you should have just left Zarek alone and never followed him. And now here you are before me. Do you know who gives him those powers?
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you.
That's right. And she takes out this skull from the side of her hand, and she's like, "Shh. You see here, he's able to gain the avatar of my beloved Arklum. And you see, Arklum, he used to, well, let's just say, have quite the standards in ruling up in Luskan. Up until he was killed. And then this drow decided to be stupid enough to give me a phylactery on my dying bed. And so you see, and she's like petting this skull almost and like caressing it. And you think that this thing is like part of whoever this is, right? So you see, we have to get rid of anything that is in our way. Secrecy is very important to us. And, you know, it's really unfortunate what happened to that emerald dragon that you guys knew. See, we have to keep our secrecy to ourselves. So...
Wait a minute. You just called us powerful and incompetent, and yet we made it through this far. I don't know what to tell you. It's like you're a little mistaken.
Oh, we'll see about that. Elderar, go ahead and show our guests what it means to walk into our home. Okay? And so we're going to stop there. You're probably going to roll initiative and fight this dragon. So make sure you're prepared for that. Okay. So, what do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
Okay.
A little concerned, but yeah.
You're on the edge. Well, so we'll see what happens here. All right.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And what I'll do is I can drop a maybe we'll do it afterwards because Magrea got this memory dump, but I don't know how she's going to relay it to you guys. So you got to figure that out. Maybe afterwards.
If we survive.
Yep. Okay. All right, so we're gonna stop it there.
Thank you.
Yep. Okay. Now I'll see you all next week's.
Okay, bye.
Good night.
All right. Have a good one. Okay. And for the stream, because I know a lot of you on stream, a little bit of stuff that I dropped in the chat for them, because I know you guys haven't been able to see it before we end it. So this is like some of the images. There was actually quite a bit going on. So that's what's happening in the middle of the room with this. So, and to give a little bit of a background of the story, so everybody has played Tomb of Annihilation, or at least some of the players have played a little bit of Tomb of Annihilation. And basically, one of my characters, PC characters, he went on this journey, and I picked it. I didn't think that this would happen. So that's why it makes for an interesting story. The PC characters, character that I played actually had Valindra as the patron, right, for the fighter warlock side. And I've been trying to, well, I tried to get rid of him after the TOA, Team of Annihilation battle versus like a Serac, because she wants to acquire the Soulmonger, and sends agents of Thay into there. But everybody kept following him. And I'm like, well, how am I going to make a story, right? A story where they end up following him back to, because I thought they'd go back to the port. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this then? Because he's obviously going back to the tomb because they are acquiring the Soulmonger after the, stopping a Serac, like, or salvaging the Soulmonger even if it got destroyed. So that's what they were doing there. So my character goes back there, and they go back there as well. So then that leads to the whole, because all the D&D campaigns are actually connected, as crazy as it sounds, to the Cult of the Dragon, more than likely. Like a good chunk of the campaigns, like most of them. So it was going to lead into a different campaign, but then I thought that this would be a cool idea because it just connects everything with the lore. But the question is, like, how am I going to do it? Now it sounds like my character's the bad guy, right? So I've got to try to figure out all of that, and I'm going to see how they react to certain things, right? Depending on these battles. It's going to be interesting. But yeah, it's a pretty interesting story that connects to the lore really well. And this is, and if anybody's still watching in the chat that played, they already know about this, but it's all connected to the, still to the Cult of the Dragon, and still to the dragon sight thing. I don't want to go into too many details about that, but with the timeline, it's all aligned perfectly. So it's fun. It's interesting. It's interesting in how to piece everything together. So I wasn't ever expecting them to fight my patron, but they're going to probably fight my patron, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah. And what does that mean for my character? I've still thought of a few different ideas, because I don't like just killing characters off for no reason, especially if I'm not playing them. So I've got to figure all that out, right? But yeah, this is some of the concept art for this. So in the center of the room, you've got that, right? The person that they are looking at right now. And then they've got the dragon. Let me see, where is the dragon at? So there's the concept art for that. So that's who they see. And it's interesting because they met her before, but they just didn't know it a while ago, back in Tomb of Annihilation. So in Tomb of Annihilation, I ended up, she was supposed to leave with Zarek, right? Supposed to leave, basically to like Thay. And then I made her look like that, right? obviously, because the original Tomb of Annihilation art is... Let's go over here. Where's the original art for this, for Tomb of Annihilation? I've got so many different files. Here's the original art, right? For Tomb of Annihilation. So you can kind of get it like that. And I'll probably drop that down to them too. Okay, and then yeah, so we've got that. Let me see if there's any other important stuff here. Okay. I want to drop way more, but I know one of the players wants to keep some certain secrecies unrevealed until they just happen. So I try to respect that. Let me see here. Yeah, so the lore goes pretty deep with this. And what I can do is I can actually bring up some of the lore. That might be interesting to you guys to look at. So let's see here. If I can bring up some of the lore. Let me see, is there... where's that image that I dropped to them? I'll show you guys a different image instead. Oh, here it is. I found it. I lied. Here it is. So we've got the dragon, obviously. This dragon actually is tied into Cholt a little bit, and it has a connection with another dragon with these purple runes that I can't really get into, just in case someone's watching. But it has something to do with this this thing above the room of shadows, like where the shadow is being cut off and severed, basically, from allowing these souls to escape. But it has something to do with that, the dragon. Whether they get that information or not, who knows? But yeah, it's pretty interesting. Right? And almost always she has a dragon. In every single campaign, she always has a dragon at her side. So why not take the dragon from where she's from, right? Okay. Yep. All right. And let me take a look at chat here. B2GM teachers, how to go from bronze to grandmaster. Oh, that's what that is? I didn't know what that was. It's a bronze with GM. Okay. And then, yeah. I would say there's a couple not safe for work kind of concept arts, but I'm not going to get into that. Just to be safe. Okay. Kind of like with communion stuff, basically. Let me see here. I just want to like dump everything right now and talk about it. Well, actually, I kind of can. I can't go into like heavy detail. I can go into the story. Why not go into the story a little bit? I'm not gonna go into like super detail, but I'll drop a couple things. But yeah, with the story, the old story. So this is like 5 years ago, because this is a long campaign, by the way, guys. Long ass campaign, but 5 years ago, basically, it was the Phandalin run, right? So with Phandalin, and we're supposed to stop a white dragon from we're supposed to stop a white dragon from terrorizing this village, kind of close to Neverwinter. It's like near Phandalin, right? And that's what we do, right? And when we went to Axelholm, which is like this giant fortress or whatever, we engaged that white dragon. We managed to beat the white dragon, right? And after that white dragon was defeated, and here's a little bit on the white dragon, right? So you can see here, like, this is the white dragon here. It's being bribed by the cult of the dragon, right? As you can see here. And that actually reminds me, I gotta send a message here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and so after defeating that white dragon, Zarek ended up getting these powers. And why did he get these powers? Because we were gonna make the fortress, our fortress, right, at level 5, and make it a stronghold for the Zentrum. And so the previous dungeon master that we played under, I thought we were going to continue from there, right, and stay in Phandalin or whatever. But he sent this kobold in after the fight with the dragon. And well, before that even happened, we almost died to the dragon. We had to run in, and Zarek ended up fighting a banshee, basically. And this banshee, right, apparently, well, let's just say it kind of leads to these events. But after that happened, he went the warlock route, right? And he started going to the warlock. This thing drops off this thing saying we have to go to Chult. And so we go to Chult. We get teleported there, basically. And then we go to the Tomb of Annihilation. And as we're going through the Tomb of Annihilation, by the way, Zarek was getting these powers, right? Where he could transform into this, like, this avatar of a knight. This, like, dark knight. And very powerful. Like, if you played Undead Patron, very powerful. Like, literally, when you hit, you can make people scared, basically. It's pretty nasty, and you're getting, like, temporary hit points. And combine that with fighter class, and it's, yeah. So the roleplay was on point with that. And so the party notices that, right? That's happening. But obviously, we're friends. We gotta stop this Asurrak dude, right? This evil lich. And so, through those events, we do stop the evil lich. They destroy the Soulmonger and the, what do they call it? The Atropol, which is this god baby thing. It's nasty looking thing. But Asurrak wasn't, like, killed or anything. He was banished to his other world. after losing all his legendary resistance. At that point, that's when I started DMing after the battle with the Serek. And it's kind of hard because I had to pick off where we left off. And so I had to play my character a little bit as a PC. And then when they got to Rockhammer, and you know, they're all stuck in the jungle. So it's better to stay together. Like, Zarek doesn't even know how to get back. And nobody knew how to get back because they flew on a dragon to the Tomb of Annihilation, basically. That's basically why we didn't chart through Chult, and we didn't have a map through Chult. So I had to keep those things in mind as a DM. But yeah, eventually we got a map, and we found this place called Rockhammer, and that's where they met the Emerald Dragon as well. And the Emerald Dragon was very timid. Gem dragons are neutral, okay? They're not good or evil. So metallic is good, gems are neutral, and then chromatic are evil, right? So this gem dragon, this emerald dragon, would follow us around everywhere, and we ran into him in a cave. And he was pretty nice because, well, obviously he's neutral. He's like, I just don't want to deal with you guys. Just get out of here, right? Just stay away from my stuff, my treasure. Now, you can give me some things, and you can get your things back, right? Because you were stupid enough to walk in here, but I won't kill you, basically, is what the dragon did. And as the dragon's going around, it was watching them, like, as they were traveling through everything. Like, it would constantly, like, be hiding in the jungle and stuff, following them stealthily. And the party noticed it all the time, right, by rolling perception. But they weren't, like, scared of the dragon. It just kept observing all the time. And obviously, it observed the events of Rockhammer with the red dragon, and then the Cult of the Dragon there. That turned it into a Draco Lich. And then that's when that Emerald Dragon helped them, right? It helped them fight the Draco Lich, but the Emerald Dragon was very hurt after the battle with that Draco Lich. And that's also when Zarek met up with Valendra, right? Because obviously he was part of the Zhentarim, and in Luskan, the way I designed his character is that he's obviously a criminal, right? He grew up that way because he's from that area, and his fighting style, right? Because he's using two weapons, it's just like the Drow there, right? So he's fighting with two weapons like a drow does, or like the pirates do there, right? Because they all fight with like two weapons in Luskan most of the time, or with like daggers, and there's a lot of backstabbing and thievery. So that's who he is, and he went that route, the power route. Now, why? Nobody knows yet why, right? I know why, but I'm not going to say it. But why would he pact himself with this entity, right? This lich. There's a reason, and there's a history behind Valendra and Arklam, right? Because I mentioned that in the campaign. That the history is they used to run, or Arklam used to run Luskan, and everybody feared him. He was the most feared thing. Like, even Valendra feared him, right? Even though they were husband and wife. But then, during a big battle, this is a long time ago, right? Drizzt defeated him, right? Ended up defeating him. And Valendra was dying, right? Because of everything that happened. And back then, what's his name? In Luskan, Jarlaxle, right? He's the guy that he was kind of like evil in the beginning, but then he kind of started going the good route later on. So he's like, I am going to now take over Luskan, right? Now that Arklum is dead, and I'm going to offer you this phylactery, Valindra, to save your life, and you will now be a lich. And that was with the shard that he had. So that's how that ended up happening. And the way that I designed Zarek is that he worked under Jarlaxle, right? In as like one of the rats, you could say, within his ranks. But the thing is that she backstabbed him later on during the primordial, during the release of the primordial, right? So with that backstabbing, I'm not going to go into detail, but it says that he was lost in the fires, basically. So is he alive or dead? Who knows, right? But she tried to get her revenge on him, even though she was saved by him, like betrayed him, right? So that's what ended up happening. And then, obviously, was in the service of Thay, and always making assaults on Neverwinter constantly. And so by assaulting Neverwinter constantly, and constantly failing, right? They're still trying to find ways to do it. And that's when Saztam, which is the evil lich of Thay, who, it's a little bit different because you have all these liches in Dungeons and Dragons, but like Vecna, Acererak, they're kind of the type of liches that want power for themselves, and they want to be like god status or creating gods or whatever. Whereas with Thay, when it comes to Saztam and how he runs Thay and the Red Wizards, is he wants a country of undead and liches because he wants ultimate control, and he wants to basically take over parts of the world through the control of necromancy. So it's a little bit different the way that Saztam goes into lichdom, right? This is the way I'm going to talk about it. And so Valindra works under him and wanted to either capture or destroy the soulmonger that Acererak had in the Tomb of Annihilation, because there's two reasons for that. When the soulmonger was active with Acererak, because Acererak is such an unlike the Thayans, right? Like Saztam and Valindra, I don't consider them very powerful liches compared to like Acererak or Vecna, right? Acererak is like a super powerful lich that can cross the planes and travel to different planes, right? He's that powerful. Whereas the ones in Faerun are not as powerful as that. So how do they scheme? They let underlings or let other people try to take over and destroy the soulmonger themselves, like just random adventurers, right? So that's the whole idea behind the manipulation of that. So she finds a party to go in to do her dirty work, right? To acquire the soulmonger for Saztam. And regardless of if they acquire it or it gets destroyed, it's still good for Thay, basically, which is how that works in the lore. Now, why is it good for Thay? Because with the soulmonger that Acererak had, you could not resurrect anywhere in the world. For some reason, nobody could be raised from the dead. That's how the Tomb of Annihilation campaign works. So if you died, you're dead, right? Until the soulmonger was destroyed. So that puts a damper on the Thayans because they need the soulmonger destroyed or captured, one or the other, in order to, in order to do all their lich crap in Thay, right? So it's a plus plus, it's a win, regardless of whatever adventurers go in to fight a Serek. So in this case, right, the Soulmonger's salvaged, right, and was brought to Thay, and they're using it within the Dead Vault. And so there's restrictions on the Dead Vault, right? The Dead Vault's a little bit different because when you're in the Dead Vault, you die and you can come back because your soul is trapped there, right? It's within that area. And so that's why you're seeing all these undead, basically like these skeletal liches and crap like that, because they all have consciousness. Because they have the Soulmonger to do that. So that's the way I'm role-playing it in the Dead Vault. Because the way the Dead Vault campaign works is they have those... it's in the books, right? But it didn't really make sense to me. And I'm like, hold on a second. It would make sense if they had the Soulmonger, right? So I'm like, hold on. That would be a good incorporation to this campaign. So that's how the Dead Vault can operate, the way that it says in the book. So that's why I decided to go that route with this and kind of bring it into this area. And so in the book, you'll actually notice that in the book it says that through the heart of Abtuo, there's a teleporter that leads to Thay, right? And so they went through that, and it led to Thay, and it leads to the Dead Vault. So that's kind of how I played the campaign. So it connects really well with the lore and everything that I've been reading. So it's really cool, right? Yeah. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. The dragon is actually a Cholton dragon that has a little bit of lore that kind of connects with... because it has this like shadowy figure on it, right? And I dropped that picture for everybody. It has a shadowy figure on it, so it's well, I'm not going to give the details out, but it is from the Shadowfell, and that should be easy to identify just because it's like got all this shadow. But it used to be the guardian in swamps of Cholt, right? And you're going to find something in the lore that swamps in lore, it doesn't matter where it's at in Faerun. A lot of the swamps, because those are darkened, dampened areas, a lot of them kind of have these, kind of branch out to the Shadowfell a little bit. And so you're going to notice that out of most dragons in Dungeons and Dragons, a lot of them are black dragons, right? That are kind of connected to those because they are the ones that live in the swamps, right? So it's pretty cool, like the lore behind everything, and it's just coming together really well. Whether they're noticing it or not, I don't know. I'm hoping that they're noticing that it's really coming together. But lore-wise, it's pretty on point. And this all happens like literally right before the Dragon Rage is the way that I'm setting it up. Yeah, so pretty cool stuff. So what is it? Like 1483 DR or something like that. I forgot. I have to look it up. Is the timeline for this? Okay. All right. But I think that you guys probably want some StarCraft. Is that right? All right, so we're going to stop here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the lore dump a little bit that I was talking about here with the story. So it's going to be interesting. It does tie into... the way that I'm doing it is that it is going to tie into the Cult of the Dragon with this. And if anyone's ever played the the Neverwinter game, like the actual game. I haven't played the game, but lore-wise, if you played the game, it's going to lead into those events, basically. Which is the same time as some of these other events that are happening. And chronologically, it's all playing out really well. So, it's exciting. We'll see where it goes. You know? Oh yeah, I can actually bring that up, too. Why not? I'll bring it up on stream. So you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. So you'll see those chronological events playing out. Yeah, so it leads to this pretty much. Okay. So it's literally right before all this happens, basically. Or is it before or after? Oh, it's during and then after it leads to the other events. Yeah, so this is just right before it. So this happened 30 years ago, basically, compared to this campaign. Kind of gives you an idea. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool stuff. All right. Let me see if I capture the screen. Yeah, so you can see here. Right. So 30 years ago, before playing the campaign that we're playing, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, so if you guys want to watch that, you can. You can see how much of a fucking lore junkie nerd I am at the moment with all this stuff. Let me see here. All right. All right, so let me save this. And we're going to go ahead and jump into StarCraft now. So just give me a moment. I'm going to reset the YouTube as well, just for the StarCraft stream. And I'll probably go until about 1 a.m. So I'll give you guys a decent amount of gaming. Okay. All right. Oh, wait. Hold on. Never mind. No. Wait. Hold on. Not do that. That would be bad. Oh. Whoops. Almost revealed something too early. All right. Actually, I can't show that yet. It'd probably reveal a few different things too early. They need one more game session before I can do that. All right. Okay, give me 1 moment, and I'll be right back. BRB. As I'm setting up.